Hi, I'm Beth. I am a knitter who lives in the north suburbs of Chicago, and I am on a journey to document my knitting experience through the summer of 2022. I want to thank you for joining me on this journey for as long or short as you plan to stay. And I appreciate any likes, comments, and subscriptions are highly recommended. I want to especially thank someone who has been working to help me out so far this summer. She goes by the screen name of Selfish Knitter. And she has been doing a great job of commenting on my videos, and she has helped me by posting a story saying to come and watch my videos. And Selfish Knitter, you are not what your name says. Thank you. This week, the first thing I want to talk about as far as my fiber journey is this sweater. This sweater is a design by Joji Locatelli. It is the Meridien. I don't know, does she call it Meridien sweater? The pattern name is Meridien. All information will be attached. You can find it below in the description box, as well as there should be a picture right here. So Meridien is a sweater with some cables in back. It's got seed stitch, and like I like to say, I love a good texture. So this has a great amount of texture. It has a lot of different things to learn about. If you are a new knitter, you might want to get experience with other things first, because this is a huge project and I did it as a newer knitter. Hence, one side being longer than the other. I started knitting regularly at the beginning of the pandemic. So I would say May of 2020. And Joji has a knit along every fall. So I think it started in September or October and ended like at the end of November. So anyway, I started this sweater with the expectation that I could potentially get it finished for the end of the knit along, because I had 3 months, and I thought, 3 months to do a sweater, no sweat. I had not done enough knitting with fingering weight yarn to know how long this would take. So there's a lot of short rows, there's a lot of seed stitch, there's cables, there's construction in ways that I had never seen before. So this was a difficult project for me. And at the end, as it turns out, one side's a little longer than the other. You start on this side, the seam's up here, so it starts with this piece. So this whole front side it goes all the way around the back to this. So I think that because I started on this side and ended on this side, doing the same thing over and over and over, that my gauge loosened up. So this side is much longer than this side. Wah, wah. But I still love the sweater. I wear it on a regular basis at home. It helps to keep me comfy and warm when I am a bit chilled at home. So I don't mind wearing it around the house. And I have considered that I could maybe, fasten it up here and let the front drape And that way it's not as noticeable. So like maybe a hook and eye here. I don't know. We'll see someday if I decide that I really want to have this sweater as something that I can wear out in public. I might attempt to fix it. But that's for future me to figure out. So, details. Joji, Locatelli, Meridien. The yarn is Cascade Heritage fingering weight, and it is a 75% superwash, 25% nylon blend, and it is the colorway, wrote this down, Passion Flower. That's all I have for finished objects. And this was finished a long time ago, so this is just what I'm wearing. My first whip I'm gonna show is one that I have been showing week after week these last few weeks, and it is something from the Rowan magazine, number 71. I have been working on this for quite some time now. It's a textured pattern that I knew would take me some time, and it's one of those that takes a lot of focus, so I don't do a whole lot every week. So I'm just going to show the progress on this. I'll do the whole running it by the camera because it's so fun to see all this pattern and so fun to see the length of it. And let's see, there's my marker. That is where I was last week when I showed it. It is now ready to split for sleeves. So I'm really excited about this because this is where it's just gonna go like that. So I feel like, you know, hopefully I can get one side done in a day, and I don't know where it goes from there, if the back is next or if the other side is next, whatever. But I am so excited about this. I was just finishing up the decreases from the bottom last night, and when I saw in the instructions that I was ready to split for sleeves, measured it and everything, and I was so excited that I was right where I need to be to get down. And I thought, can I do one side tonight so that when I make my video in the morning I can have that much extra to show? I was too tired. I couldn't do it, but I did get to the point of splitting for sleeves, so I'm excited about that. Can't remember if I said the name of all of this. It's a cardigan called Free by the designer VB Ulrik, and it is being done in Rowan cotton cashmere, and the colorway is Seed. My next whip is Nomad Tee. I feel like I'm going really quickly today. Nomad Tee is a pattern by Rachel Illsley of Unwind Knitwear, and it is a sideways knit tee, and I'm really excited about this. I love the way it's coming out. I've gotten now to the color work in the center, and you know, it's funny, when I look at this on camera, I need my glasses. When I look at this on camera, I think I like it better. I think I like the colors better, the way they blend. However, this is what I'm thinking about this. I really like this sleeve. I think it's adorable. There's the whole side so you can see it. But I am looking at the way that this bright purple blends. This color, this yarn is Suburban Stitcher. Her sock yarn in the colorway River's Edge, and this lighter lavender in between. This is Starstruck, also by Suburban Stitcher in her sock base. The brighter purple is Western Sky Knits Aspen sock in the colorway Vivid Violet. Now, I think this color, this purple color, I love it. As you can see, I'm a purple fan. But I don't think that blends as well as I would like with the River's Edge. I think it's too vibrant, too bright to blend well with that. So that's why I wore this sweater today. I have some leftover of that yarn. So I'm thinking this would be a better blend with the River's Edge. I feel like that would work better, and I think it would blend well together with the Starstruck colorway. But I don't have enough of this yarn to do all of the color work that goes together with the Starstruck as like the base of the center. So I have this. So I'm thinking these two contrasting colorways would go well with this, as well as with this. So this is my little family of yarn that I think would look nice together in this project. So stay tuned. Oh, I didn't say what this one is. This one I already said, is Cascade Heritage Colorway Passion Flower. This one, for those of you who saw last week's episode, this is the one that I used for the Row by Row Sampler Sock by Irene Designs. And it is Long Dog Yarn's Bounce Sock in the colorway Olive You Too. Olive, a good pun. Anyway, so throwing these two yarns in together with this tee, I think is going to be beautiful. So I'm thinking this for this outside stripe. So that would be like right here coming down the middle. And then this one for the inside stripe. So if you look at this, you can see there's the bright purple, then the lavender, then the bright purple again. So lavender being Starstruck. So I'm thinking we would have Passion Flower, Starstruck, Olive You Too. And then as far as the diamonds that are like the center color work in this t-shirt, I think bigger diamonds in this and smaller diamonds, like the inner diamonds, in this. Or maybe the other way around. I don't know yet. And then there's some like dots. I'll decide that as I go. So I did not have enough of either one of these to make it the primary color work in the middle, but I'm hoping that together they will be a match made in heaven. It remains to be seen, so I will keep you updated. So if you watch next week, you'll see. I hope I'll see. Oh my gosh. I'm just thinking about getting through this and like the promises that I'm making to you as well as to myself to get this all done. It's feeling like a lot of pressure in the moment. Somehow, I hope I survive. So that is Nomad tea. I'm still very excited about this, despite the fact that I'm not in love with the color combination I have right now. And I do want to say, I still love this. I will find another project for this. I actually, oh, this is interesting. This is a swatch that I made long ago with this color. And this turquoise is another Suburban Stitcher colorway. And this combination, I think, looks great together. I do believe I have some leftovers of this turquoise colorway, which I don't know the name of right now, but yeah, this will be beautiful in something, just not my Nomad tea. It's just not going to work. Next whip. This pattern is living in my Spike Strike tote. If you want to know more about that, take a look at my first episode. I am knitting Sea Haven by Jennifer Shiels Toland, and she is JST Designs on Ravelry. And this is, let me see if I can give you a nice close-up. It is a super textury project, which I love a good texture. I feel like I need to say that every week. I love a good texture. This is so obviously I've just gotten started on this. This yarn is Lena by Sandnes Garn, and it is in the colorway 8236. I got the yarn from The Knitting Place. And for those of you who aren't familiar with them, The Knitting Place is a yarn store in New York that has a regular podcast. I think they post on YouTube like every Monday. They do it live, which I'm totally impressed with that because you should see how many takes I do here. I would not want to go live on air. So this yarn, the designer in the pattern talks about using Tynn Line, and she says to hold it double. So not being one to read extremely carefully, I saw Lena, I held it double, did my swatch, I wasn't getting gauge. So you're supposed to get 19 stitches in every 4 inches or 10 centimeters, however you measure. So I looked and I was getting 18 inches with the recommended needle size. I mean, not 18 inches, 18 stitches in 4 inches. So I dropped down a needle size and got 18 stitches. And I dropped down a needle size and got 18 stitches and dropped down a needle size and got 18 stitches. And I was like, what is going on? Am I like not using my needles right? What is wrong with me? So I thought, maybe if I just, what's the word? Block. If I just block my swatch, maybe that'll resolve things. Maybe the stitches will shrink up and I'll be fine. So blocked the swatch, dried it, measured again, still 18 stitches every 4 inches, no matter which size needle I used. And I thought, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and knit the smaller size, because then I know that I have 18 stitches every 4 inches. I'm supposed to have 19, but this will be, because I have less stitches every 4 inches, that means it'll be bigger. It made sense to me at the time. I don't know if I'm saying it right now. So then I reread where she talks about the gauge and noticed that it said Tynn Line. Tynn Line, the word tin, whatever language it's in, means thin, which means I wasn't using the same yarn that she was recommending, which I did not know based on the kit from the knitting place. And I was like, and no fault of their own, because they did not say this is the yarn that she recommends in her pattern. There was nothing stated one way or another about that, so I'm not in any way faulting them. This is all me. This is not reading right. This is all making a little mistake. So I re-swatched, and I had to go up a needle size in order to get gauge. And so finally, gauge swatched, blocked, remeasured, and I'm doing fine up a needle size. Now, I do want to remeasure this once, while I'm doing it in the actual project, because I'm looking at this and like, this is the neck line, and this looks big to me. This looks bigger than my usual neckline. However, because it's a summer tee, I think it is supposed to have a bigger neckline. And if I don't like it, there's instructions in the pattern to add a ribbed neckline after the fact. So you can either cast it on with a ribbed neckline, which she gives instructions for in the pattern, or she also gives in the pattern instructions to go back and do a ribbed neckline after. So we'll see where I go from there. I may even, like, I was thinking about, I have like the try it on cord thing. I was thinking about putting that in and trying this on to see how I like it on my neck, see if my bra straps are just hanging out. And if I don't like the way it looks, I will, I mean, this isn't that much work. I can rip it out, start over again. I'll start with the smaller size, cast on that many stitches, and then work my way up to the size that I need for the bust and hips. So that's my plan. I will keep you updated on all of that because I am documenting all of this for the summer. And hopefully this works out well. I'm sure in the end, one way or another, it will work out well. I have been known to knit the neckline of a summer top twice. I think every test knit I've done, I have done the neckline twice. And that's why I don't do test knits anymore. I put so much pressure on myself when I'm doing a test knit. I don't like working under deadlines, which is why this is kind of good for me doing this weekly episode thing. I'm actually working toward a deadline of recording every week and then posting it by Friday. So interesting how that works, that, you know, when you impose deadlines on yourself, it makes you do things a little more expediently. So that's all the whips I have for this week. As far as new things, I'm so disappointed. I have nothing to show. However, I did order something that is supposed to come tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about that and insert pictures here. This yarn, oh my gosh, I saw this on Instagram and thought immediately, I need a skein of this for myself and my daughter because it was just so cute. I cannot get over this. It is Ba Yarns, Brenda and Heather Yarns. I think Ba Yarns is what they go by on Instagram. I'll put it somewhere. It'll definitely be in the show notes. I don't remember the base, but the colorway is called Slice of Summer Remix, and it is a self-striping yarn that looks like watermelon. I mean, it's so perfected. I mean, you've got the green rind, and then you've got the little white in between, and then the pink, and then even the little black seeds in it. And it's so perfect. I cannot wait to knit these socks. And, you know, I have not yet shown any of my sock knitting on here. Oh, yes, I have. Last week I showed the row by row sampler sock. But I usually, during most of my knitting life, I usually do a lot of socks. So this has been an interesting break from socks for me. And it's not that I felt like I needed a break from socks. It's just that I'm so excited about my summer t-shirts that the socks have taken a back seat. So I'm sure I will get back to socks. I may even do a full sock episode or just a general, here's the socks I'm working on as maybe part of my whips. But my whips have been lingering on my socks all summer long. So that's another thing. I'm a little bit mad at myself right now. I'm going to show you this. This is so cute, isn't it? Okay. This is not a new to me recently. I mean, as recent as this spring. It is a bag that I found. I think I found it on Etsy. I don't remember if I found it on Etsy or on Instagram. Most of my new finds are on Instagram. I'm looking for the designer's name on this, and I don't know who did it, but it's so cute, isn't it? So the reason that I got this one is because it has this. I can walk and knit at the same time. I have not been doing that. So, oh, this is a great way to hold myself accountable for something. I will say, I've been going to the health club pretty regularly, so I'm proud of myself for that. But I have not been walking and knitting, which was part of the plan for my summer. So I can walk in addition to going to the health club. And I can get some knitting done while I'm doing something good for my body. Now, these last couple of days, I have not been walking because it's 100 degrees outside. So I don't think anybody should subject themselves to that because it's just darn uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable as well as maybe not so healthy. So we'll see. This week, my goal, okay, I'm going to set a goal right now. Number one, I'm going to tell you who made this. It will be on the screen. It will be down below. Number two, I will walk. Let's just say twice, because I don't want to over promise on anything. Over promise, and this is all to myself. I'm making myself accountable to myself. I'll be walking with my llama, alpaca, whatever he is, and all their cacti and teepees and flowers. Anyway, I'll be walking and knitting with this cuteness twice this week. I'll report back to you next week, let you know how that went. Until then, enjoy your own knitting. Be good to yourself, stay out of the heat, stay in the air conditioning, and get outside a couple of times because it's good for you. See you next week. All of the color work